Welcome to Sports Talk with King Von. Today is Monday. Let's recap everything that happened in all four sports yesterday. Let's start with hockey. Those two games. The Boston Bruins versus the Anaheim Ducks, where the Boston Bruins won 3-1. And the Detroit Red Wings versus the Calgary Flames that won 6-2. These games don't really mean much to us, but I can say because of that Detroit game, I did beat my dad in fantasy hockey this week. Because a defensive defenseman scored a goal. You love to see when that happens. That week was just bad for me in fantasy hockey. I'll give you more of a recap today or tomorrow. Basketball had nothing today, but guess what? Tomorrow, the season starts. Yay! We get to watch Denver destroy LA in game one. I have no faith in LA this year. Tomorrow morning, I'll give you my predictions for the standings and playoffs. In baseball, the Rangers beat the Astros yesterday. And that series is tied up, and I don't know what to predict anymore. I predicted the Rangers to win the series at the beginning, but I just don't know anymore. After this, after they stormed back, I really see the Astros winning this, but I don't know if I'll just swallow my original prediction. And let's talk about football yesterday. It was bad for me. I went 4 for 7 in basketball yesterday. Or in football yesterday. Let's talk about the games I got wrong. Browns versus Colts. I picked the Colts. The Browns won. That one isn't on me. That one's on the refs. That second PI should have never been PI. And there would have been a turnover on downs one play earlier. That first call, illegal contact, it was illegal contact. But that second call, PI, was not PI. It can't be PI if the ball is 40 yards above his head. Okay. Bill versus Patriots. The Bills didn't even see them losing this game. The Patriots didn't even see them winning this game. I don't know how. It was a last second fluky game where Mac Jones didn't play like normal Mac Jones. He probably got Papa Gator over 10 fantasy points today. Crazy. The Ravens versus the Lions. I picked the Lions to win because I just thought they were the better team. But now I'm really seeing the skill gap between the AFC and the NFC. The AFC, you have so many teams. The NFC, you really only have the Eagles and Niners, and then everyone else underneath them. Where in the AFC, you have the Bills, the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Chiefs. So many. The Jags. If the Bengals weren't completely hurt this year, the Bengals, but you really only have those two teams in the NFC. And the only other team you might be able to add is Dallas some days. But they are so hot and cold, it's crazy. The Raiders versus the Bears. I picked the Raiders to win. But I am so happy the Bears won. This is the start of the Tyler Baguette Revenge Arc series. I hope he does good. I hope he takes the starting job from Justin Fields and keeps it. Like, forever. I like that guy. He didn't look too good in his first game, but this game, he did do his thing. You can't fault a guy for doing his thing. The Falcons versus the Bucks. I picked the Bucks. Falcons won. I hate the Falcons and betting the Falcons. My God, I picked Gronk every single week on the Falcons. So, I mean, and Bijan Robinson didn't really play because either he was sick or he had an in-team suspension for blowing e-cigarette in his coach's face. Either one, I've seen both reports. I don't really know what's true right now. The Steelers beat the Rams in a fluky defensive game. I just didn't understand this game watching it. or I did understand it, because if the Rams don't start off hot and fast, they're not winning the game. They are the hottest and fastest team in the first quarter, week in and week out. So when they're not, they will lose each of those games. And the last game I got wrong was the Broncos versus the Packers. I picked the Packers to win because the Broncos are so bad. But I forgot to take into consideration the Packers are also so bad. It's whatever. But you know what? The Titans didn't lose yesterday. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's enough about yesterday. Let's talk about today. In baseball, the Phillies and the Diamondbacks play. I'm taking the Phillies to close it out in 6. That's what I'm predicting. That's not what I want. I want the Diamondbacks to push it to 7 and win the series. But I just don't see a way that this, or I do see a way because the rotation's back up and the Diamondbacks are back to the top pitcher. But if they win today, I see it really hard for them winning Game 7. But it's doable. And let's talk about hockey today. There's only one game. It's crazy. There's only one game. But it's Montreal Canadiens versus the Buffalo Sabres. I think Buffalo is going to win because they're a young, fast team. Montreal's young and fast, but they're also old and slow in their defense. I think Devin Levi, the goalie out of Northwestern, will close the door on Montreal. Okay, and last thing to talk about is tonight's Monday Night Football game. The 49ers versus the Vikings. I'm taking the 49ers. Normally I get you a parlay on this, but again, I have this rule where I don't bet on the 49ers. They're literally the hardest team to bet on ever. So I'm going to ignore it and not bet on it. But I can say this game will be a lot closer than people think. People are thinking 49ers can go up and roll on Vikings and Kirk Cousins. It's prime time. But he got rid of that prime time jitters. The only reason why I'm picking them is because they don't have Jay Jettas. And I don't really trust KJ Osborne and Jordan Addison that much yet. Jordan Addison, I'm getting there, but KJ Osborne's just not that guy. Thank you for watching Sports Talk with King Von.